We visited the city of Lucca. It's about 75 minutes northwest of where we live. Lucca is known for these giant city walls, which are still intact. It was a rather colorful day, as you'll see shortly, a little preview of what's to come.
Okay, we can go. Come on, let's go.
The city of Lucca actually dates back thousands of years to the Etruscans and then on to the Romans. It's interesting that it's not on anybody's list. I've never seen it on a bus tour, but it is a great city. So you enter through the city gates, Città di Lucca. I was surprised at how big the city is inside these walls as we were about to enter into the city through one of its massive gates. Now watch out for the biker. Every summer, the city of Lucca has a music festival, and it attracts some really big acts. You'll see a poster for Santana. There's also some other big ones that are coming through this summer. Now, the kids got hungry, so we went and found food. Now, we're about to eat. What you see on Emmy's plate is hot dog pizza. That is a thing here for the kids. It's not weird. It is not unique to this place. It is very common in Italy.
Thank you, Lord, for this day.
Now, as you heard, Jenna was very hopeful for the day, and the day started out well. This is a map of the city that we got because the kids love to go on these bikes, this 4-person bikes, those square bikes. It's always more work for the parents, but they really enjoyed it. Now, what's great here, as you'll see, is what we are traveling on is actually the city walls. About 100 years ago, the walls were filled in, and so it's this beautiful walking path. It's very wide, lined by trees, and you sit above the city, as you can see right here. It is a very pleasant experience. The biking, maybe not so much, but being out on that path is really great. They had a Renaissance fair that was about to get going. They were getting set up as we were passing by. The only difficulty with these bikes is you do have to obviously avoid the people. There isn't an actual bike lane, but you can see we're not going very fast because this guy is not going fast and he just blew right by us. Micah is trying to make sure that we're on the right way. We haven't missed our stop as we are trying to go to the Piazza del Anfiteatro, or amphitheater. So we took a path down from the wall because this is our stop. This is the Basilica di San Frediano. Aston thought it was great and he wanted to take a picture. So Jenna's taking his picture in front of this church. It had this beautiful mosaic above and it looks really cool against the Tuscan sky. So as we continue to walk, the amphitheater piazza is not right off of the path. You have to go into the city a little bit. Now you can kind of see it curved right there. So through that tunnel is where we're headed. Now we're walking out to the piazza. It's in the shape of an oval. As you can see, there's people and restaurants everywhere with the apartments above. I thought it was really cool. Usually something like this is in the center of the city, but Lucca being good size, it has many piazzas, and so this is just one of them, although it was easily my favorite. Now there was a goal in mind. We were looking for gelato, and wouldn't you know it, there's a gelateria. There's always a gelateria, especially during the summertime. Wintertime, not so much. The kids made it back to the bike and are eating their gelato. Now we're getting going again. As you see, to the left is actually where we'll have to go up that ramp back to get up on the wall. And we're gonna have to push. We couldn't get up. But I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit so you can hear just a little bit of the sounds of what we got to enjoy while we were on this portion of the ride.
You're making it so much harder.
I don't know. I'm really not happy about the amount of electronics. I already said no to tomorrow. The electronics, I'm pretty positive we're just gonna do another fast.
Wait.
Because
For like 2
it's
months.
very hard to go back and forth between using them and not using them. We just don't use them.
Like when it gets hard, you need to pedal more, not less.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for
Slow down, Micah. You're not letting like. No, Micah.
I cannot have you continue to complain and whine. You need to stop.
This is a real family outing. The kids got their gelato. They'd already been out for an hour. They were done. They had their pizza. Everything was good. But we remained optimistic that we could still save the day and keep going. And we were actually headed towards this botanical garden. There's a little tunnel. We went the wrong way, and then the boys started to play.
What?
And by this point, the boys were okay. Micah was great all day. Amy started to take a turn for the worse. She did not want to be there anymore. She was done. Aston found a swing that's him in the back. Now to our back is the Orto Botanico. So that's the botanical garden, so it's a paid admission. We went down, it wasn't very expensive. You enter down where they have this display, which the kids weren't really interested in looking at, so we didn't go further under the building. We went outside to the garden. Now we had seen this on our ride above on the wall, and so we thought we'd go check it out because it looked nice. And it was nice, but I think the kids were past their expiration date for the day, so to speak.
Emmy, you must stop that immediately. Stop.
Did you catch that? All right, we'll see it again. There it is. One more time, just in case you missed it. So, of course, I'm dealing with Emmy, and then Aston's throwing rocks at Micah. Thankfully, Micah didn't react. He had very good restraint today, which I much appreciated. At least it wasn't a 3 for 3. It was only 2 for 3 that was having a little bit of a rough time today. I thought this fountain was interesting because it has a hole worn through it, so the water just goes right through it. This is the other side of that giant tree that Aston was standing in front of. There was a sign, and he was looking at it just a little while ago. There's these paths that go through all through the gardens. It's very flat, so very easy to get around. There again is Emmy. She just can't stand to be there any longer. Oh my goodness. I'm sure your kids never do anything like this, but mine do on occasion. Now this pond was interesting because you'll see in a second there's a sign, and Emmy trying to grab the camera. So the sign is a picture of a painting coordinating to the pond, the legend of Lucca Mansi. She's a young woman who was widowed, then she marries somebody else, and she was very prominent, sells her soul to the devil for beauty for 30 years, then he comes back and drags her to hell. And she is supposed to come back to life in that pond, or if you put your head under the pond, you could see her still, but it's just a legend. She actually died of the plague. Kids aren't feeling it. They are done. Oh my goodness, the torture for these poor children. So now I promised the kids we would leave. Emmy is just, let's go. But here are some of the streets of Lucca. I wanted to see one more piazza on our way out, so I made sure our path went that way. It's Piazza Napoleone. and they were having an outdoor market this day. Just trying to bother Emmy. Why would I do this? I don't know why. My kids do it to each other and I get upset with them and I do it to them. So go figure. We're finally reaching the end of our day. We're going out through the gates. We made it. We did a family outing. I can't believe it. There were some tears. There was some attitude. But I would love to go back to Lucca. I thought it was a really great city. If you're planning a trip to Tuscany, I would definitely put it on your list as something, a nice way to spend the day. Really cool. And just something different that you're not going to see in most itineraries. Definitely check out Lucca.